Good morning. I thought I'd try something different today and just, what's the word? It is very early in the morning. So today is day 3 of June vlogs, and I thought I would just do a yoga class with you this morning, although I have no book, I have no planning, I have no nothing. So we're just gonna go with it. So I don't know about you, and I suspect we're the same. When I wake up in the morning, I just feel really stiff. I don't feel super motivated to move very fast or to move at all because everything's kind of stiff and creaky and sore. So that's what today's class is going to be about. Just getting the juices flowing, knocking the rust off, and getting ready to meet our day in a wonderful and healthy and open way. So I'm sitting on a foam chip block. That seems to be the right amount of height that I need to sit comfortably on the floor without my knees and my hips having a little argument. So usually when you're sitting in Sukhasana or easy pose, cross-legged, it is a good idea to have something under your bum to lift your hips up. All right, so we're here. We're going to close our eyes and just tune into our bodies. So first things first, notice your spine and make any adjustments you might need to make the spine feel neutral. Like it's just sitting there in its natural curved shape and everything is as it should be. And then notice your head, in particular your neck. So we often have that like forward head position. You see it all the time when somebody's on a computer or they're looking at their phone. So just take a moment. Let's do this 3 times actually. Let's just hit the reset button. So squish your chin into your neck, multiplying the chins and feeling the muscles in the back of the neck kind of engage. And then release. And let your head come back to a natural position. We'll do that 2 more times. Squish it back. Release. Squish it back. And release. Perfect. So now we feel like the very top part of our spine is also aligned. And sometimes we're just carrying tension. We don't even realize we're carrying it. So let's get rid of it. So we're going to shrug the shoulders up, really make them feel tight and yucky, like, oh, your boss just walked in and he just dropped a big pile of work on your desk. And relax. And the work disappears. Poof. One more time. Squeeze it up, squeeze it up, squeeze it up. It doesn't feel pleasant, but we're just tapping into all of that tightness that might be hanging out, that residual tightness, that residual tension, and then exhale, let it go. And it feels good. It feels good to let the arms just hang off of the frame of the body. And now turn your hands, palms up. You can rest your hands on your knees or anywhere along the thigh that feels good and doesn't strain the back. For me, the best placement is just over the knees. Play with your own body and find the spot that feels the best. Bring your index finger and thumb together and take a deep breath in. Perfect. Just keep breathing naturally, listening to the sound of your breath, feeling the tingle between your finger and your thumb. And you might even notice a glow, a feeling of glowing warmth and flow along the back of the neck, along the tops of the shoulders, and up and down the spine. All right, we are going to grow our roots down into the earth. Like this golden ball of roots that resides at the base of your spine. We're going to uncurl it and plant it down through the block, through the mat, through the floor, and into the earth. All the way down, down, down into the center of the earth. And then as you breathe up, you breathe in the energy, that earth energy that is this time and this place, this perfect moment. And bring your awareness to the crown of your head, and out from the crown of your head, feel the light beaming up through the ceiling, through the atmosphere, all the way up into space, to the cosmos, to consciousness. And then allow that stardust to filter down, down, down through that beam of light, all the way down through the crown, across the forehead, down the neck, over the body, through the body, touching all the chakras and illuminating you from the inside out. Connecting you to truth, to the beyond, to love. And so here you are, plugged in on both ends. Plugged into the earth energy, the energy of your chosen life and existence in this moment, and the energy of unconditional love and eternal truth. Just sit here in this beautiful space, being exactly who you are now and who you've always been and always will be. Remembering your truth. And now let's set an intention for our day. Let's go through, what is this day about? What's happening today? What's going on for you? See your day unfolding and decide what intention you're going to flavor your day with. It's not goal setting. It's how we tune our energies. So if our day is going to be all about action and accomplishment and projects and drive to move forward, then maybe we tune our energy to channel what's the word I'm looking for? Boundless energy, the boundless energy channel. And we just let that flow through us so that no matter what our day brings, we have the energy to follow through with it. Or maybe your day is one of restfulness. You've got a lot of, you're just not feeling great. Your energy level's down. And you want to take care of yourself. Maybe you even get to take a day off work. So tune your energy, set your intention to healing, self-care. Being present in the stillness and being content in inaction. So choose the flavor, choose the channel that you want your energy to flow through today. My intention is ease. So everything that's going on in my day today could feel possibly overwhelming, but I'm not going to go there. My energy flow, the channel I'm choosing, is ease. So I am easeful. Now you say it. I am Right. Okay. We're ready. Let's start moving. Okay. So the first thing I always do in the morning is the Sufi grind. So we're just like a mortar and pestle. The mortar, is our hips. The pestle is our spine. And we're just making these lovely circles, and it's more of a gauge to figure out where we're tight. Oh, and there it is. Of course, the more we move, the less tight we feel. Go in the opposite direction, taking an inventory of what's going on. Beauty. Okay, let's check in with our side body. So inhale the arms up, grab a hold of the left wrist, and then reach over to the right. Left hip stays down, glued to the floor. We're just lengthening. We're lengthening through the left side body. Oh, good. And relax. Next inhalation, bring the arms up again. Grab a hold of the right wrist, reach over to the left, drawing the right hip down. And just getting a little reclaiming our height. Good. And release. Okay, neck half circles. Making a smiley face with our chin. Ear to shoulder, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. And checking into, sometimes we feel a crick in the neck. That often happens to me just after sleeping, like I didn't actually do anything. I just woke up this way. I think it's the gift of being older than 40. But we can work it out. Right, so if you find a tight spot, we're going to hang out there. So find a tight spot. If you don't have a tight spot, lucky you, then it's ear to shoulder. So my right ear is down to my right shoulder, which means my left hand's going to come down and away. And that elongates all those muscles that move up from the shoulder into the skull. And then add a very subtle nod yes. Unless it's super sore or tight, in which case just stay there and let the magic happen, breathing into that tight spot. Perfect. Continue to make your half circles from one side to the other. And then we will end up finding the tight spot on the other side. Or ear to shoulder on the left side. Right hand slides down and away. And then a very subtle nod, yes. Awesome. Okay. Arms out to the sides. I'm going to do a little bit of lung work here. So our chest is open. Our lungs are open. This is where we take, my body was ahead of me. This is where we take a great big breath in. And then rounding the back and tucking the chin, 2 breaths out. Drawing the hands together in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, 2 breaths. Inhale. One more inhalation. Lifting the heart. And back to neutral. Awesome. We're getting there. I'm already feeling more limber. I'm sure you are too. This is a great way to start the day. Moving on to all fours. Of course, we have to have a cat-cow. It's like this is a daily must. Alrighty. So push your fingertips into the mat and really add like maybe a 50% grip with your hands so that the whole hand is active. Okay, that's going to help protect your wrist as you inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the chin, and then exhale, tucking everything in. Inhale, exhale. Moving at your own pace. Close your eyes and really get into it. Feel what's going on in your body. And one more each direction. Back to neutral. And we're going to switch. So we were going flexion and extension. Now we're going to go for lateral flexion. So reaching around to the right. And then exhale back to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale to center. Good. So this one's eye-opening for me because I'm having some really big feedback in my body about posture. I never noticed it before, but I definitely sit a little crooked. And since I'm spending so much time sitting at the office, this has become an irritating reminder that I need to really be aware of my sitting posture and not slump down on the left side, because that whole left side now is telling me I've been doing this for too long. Hurry up and fix it. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. How are you feeling? Let's do some circles. So we're going to just bring some movement into the knees and the wrists. Very gentle movement, warming up the joints. I have 2 mats on the floor. This was something that became a necessity closer to 40, so a while ago now. Because otherwise, let's go in the opposite direction. My knees weren't terribly happy. That doesn't mean, when your body starts to protest, it doesn't mean you have to stop. It means you need to rethink some strategies. So in this case, all I had to do was double up my already thick mat. So this is like a whole centimeter of mat, and it works. And you know what? If I'm going to do like a lot of knee stuff, sometimes I'll put 3 mats down. That's okay. It means I can still practice. Let's push it back into a quick child's pose. Reaching the hands out in front of you, drawing the hips down, and then all the way up. Let's do that again. Push it back, reach the arms forward, draw the hips back, and then back to neutral. Notice your core is firing up here. One more time, reaching the hips back, feeling a stretch in the underarms and through the sides of the body. And then use your core to float yourself back to neutral. And from here, reach the right arm up and then slide it through until the shoulder just taps the mat. And back up. And down, just a little tap here. Back to neutral. Okay, left arm up. Slide it through, tap it down. You get where I'm going with this one. It's another way to warm up the core. And as I frequently mention, everything is abs all the time. Last one, just a quick tap. Back to all fours. All right, you ready? Downward facing dog. Oh, first down dog of the day. Everything's going to be tight, especially your calves. So we're going to just walk them out. Again, gripping the floor with your fingertips so that there's some action in the middle of your hands. Okay,
that's feeling good. I'm almost ready to push my heels back. How about you? Oh, it's amazing how the calves just forget every day. Like, I mean, I could do this every day. And every morning my calves would be like, what are we doing? Okay, I'm ready. So I'm going to draw the heels down towards the floor and just do more of a static stretch. If this isn't happening for you, that's okay. Keep pedaling, or maybe stretch where the heels get to. All right. Bring the left foot a little more center. Float the right leg up a little bit more, and then let's open it up to the side. That's going on here, and close it down. Easy peasy. All right, let's do the other side. So centering through the right leg, floating the left leg up, a little more, bend the knee and flip in the hips so that you're facing the side of the room. Good. All right, let's do it again. Switching legs. So right leg floats up. Hips are still square, floats up. And then twist to open, dropping the foot behind you, bending the knee. Okay, one more time. Other side, floating the left leg up. One more time, up. And then twisting in the hips, dropping the left foot behind you. Look between your hands. Square the hip. We're going to take the left leg forward, landing it between your hands, and then making adjustments if you need to. So now we're in a low lunge. Let's drop the right knee and squeeze up. I feel that this is very important. Ooh, it's misty outside. Lovely. I'll take you out there with me later. This is really important because in the scooping of that right hip forward, we're getting a huge opening through the hip flexor and quad, which tends to get quite tight, especially when we sit too much. Okay, so this is our inhale. Exhale, take the right arm down, left arm up into a twist. Use your core now, use your abs to squeeze back up. Ooh, that's a little tricky, but you can do it. Now you're just learning it, right? Let's come back down to the twist and squeeze up. Beautiful. One more time to the twist and squeeze up. And then counter stretch that, bring in the hamstrings so you peel the toes up. The left leg's nice and straight, although I am kind of sliding my heel back as I lower my hips down towards my right leg. That's good. All right, back to center, hands to the mat. We're going to kick back all the way and land into downward dog. Awesome. Right leg floats up, and then same thing. Kick it through, landing it between your hands, dropping that left knee, and squeeze up for your low lunge. And just hold it here for a moment. Letting that left side open up. And then we're coming in for a twist. So the left hand lands, the right arm twists up. And then squeeze to the low lunge. Twist. Squeeze. Twist. And squeeze. One more. Let's do one more. I lost count. And squeeze. Good. Both hands to the mat. Kick it back, down dog. Awesome. Okay. Let's bring it all the way into a plank. And then back to down dog.
Just past plank, the hips come down a bit more, and down dog. Just past plank, shoulders stay low, hips towards the floor, up dog, and down dog. All right, let's take it all the way from a plank to the floor as slow as you can. Can we do like a 10-second drop? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yep. Lifting into Sphinx. That means your elbows are right under your shoulders. Your hands are flat on the floor. And there's a big stretch, especially if it's first thing in the morning. You probably feel this all the way through your abdomen. If you don't feel it, well, we'll get there. So let's take it down to the mat. Tent the fingers on either side of the body. Nice wide stance for the hands. And then squeeze up. And back down. Let's do this a few times. Warming up that spine. We can get a little higher if it feels okay to do so. Try to relax the butt, but engage the back enough that the arms aren't doing all the work. Okay. Now you can stay in a baby cobra, or you can come into a full cobra, but either way, start with your hands directly under your shoulders, and then up we come, inhaling through any of the cobra levels. Shoulders are nice and low. Breathe. And then back to the mat. Okay. Now arms can come out in front of you. Placement is wherever it feels good. We're just going to lift the right leg. Okay, so now feel the whole back body firing up, really firing up. And down. Same thing, left leg. And down. Right leg and head. Everything down. Left leg and head. Everything down. Reach your left arm away from you. You get where I'm going, I'm sure. Left arm, head, right leg. Right arm, head, left leg. Let's do that one more time. Left arm, head, right leg. Right arm, head, left leg. You ready to try everything all together? Here we go. Lift and hold for 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Nice. So just tap into the feeling, the sensation and the heat that's arising and flowing all along the back body now. Nice work. Let's bring it all the way around. So come to sit on your bum. Just fix my pan. And then lower down. This is sort of just like a free flow class. I'm going with what my body's asking for. It's asking for some abs, but which abs? I think we're gonna do the friendliest ones. So bring your hands under your bum, unless you're used to doing this, in which case you might find you don't need that extra help, but this is a good place to start. So hands under the outside of your bum cheeks, legs are up in the air. Okay, we're gonna lower down only until you can get all the way to hover over the floor or anywhere in between, but you do not want that low back to like pop up. So if that feels like it's happening by the time you get here, then that's where that's as far as you go down. Does that make sense? I hope so. All right, so let's see if we can do 10 of these. If this is easy for you, that's when you can take your hands away. Okay, here we go. For 10, 9, imagine you have like a cup of hot tea or coffee on your abs and you don't want to spill it. So they're not popping up either. There's no pops. What am I at? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hug the knees in. Woo. Hug the right knee in. Woo. And stretch the left leg down. That feels good. Switch legs. Hug the left knee in. Stretch the right leg down. Lovely, good massage for the intestines. Let's do that one more time. Right knee in, left leg down. A little wiggle here as you squish the thigh into the belly. Switch sides. Lovely. All right, we're almost there. We've got 2 more, I think. That sounds right. That feels right. All right, so the first one, just rock and roll until you're up into a seated position. All right, so we're in, that looks better. Dandasana, we're nice and straight. There's a 90-degree turn at the hips. Feet are flexed. There's a subtle stretch along the back of the legs and a subtle gathering of the energy in the front of the thighs. Okay, from here, we're going to lift into reverse tabletop. So, bending at the knees. Oof, I used to hate this one, now I love it. I used to, last year as a challenge, I did the 7 Tibetan rites? Yeah, was it 5? 5. There were 5 moves that you did every single day. It was called the Fountain of Youth, and it worked great, and this is one of them. So rather than being static, you would slide like that 21 times. So I got to the point where I really liked it, and that this became much easier as a result. But what we're doing here is we're opening the front of the chest, which gets terribly tight. And your body will thank you for it. You ready to let it go? Okay, come on down. And then roll onto the mat. Bend the knees, scoot the feet close to your bum. And then we're going to lift into a bridge pose. So, okay, levels. Here's level 1. Level 1 is your arms are just whatever, not even a part of the equation. All of the work's happening in your glutes and your quads, and you're just hovering. Level 2 takes it a little higher. So now we roll our shoulder blades under our back, interlace the fingers, and you're lifting quite a lot higher in the hips. And level 3, only do this if you're warm and experienced, is the wheel, where you come all the way up and hold for 3, 2, 1, and down. Lovely. Constructive rest. So bringing the knees together, feet apart, unless that pinches your low back, in which case just a regular bent knee is fine. Let your arms fall out if they haven't already. And let's take an inventory now. Noticing the heat in your body. Noticing the flow. It's not just blood flow, it's energy flow. Your prana, your life force. See, there are 72,000 channels called nadis along which your life force can flow. When we're a teeny tiny perfect little baby, all those channels are wide open. As we get older, blockages can occur, whether they're physical, like sleeping wrong and getting a crick in your neck, or emotional, holding an emotion like anger in the hips. And that's the power and beauty of yoga. It allows us to unkink the body, open the channels, open the tubes, and allow the energy to flow. So if you close your eyes and really focus, you can feel this buzzing pulsation through your body. And if it helps, get out of constructive rest and totally let go in a complete shavasana. And the shavasana is the opportunity for your body to understand what it just did, to grow from it and to be better for it. Feels good. So when you're ready, either roll up or push yourself up. Whoa, it's super foggy out. Wow, I can barely see the trees. This is going to be a wonderful walk. Hands to your heart. Recall your intention. What energy channel are you dialing into today? How are you going to flavor your tasks and your to-do list? Okay? You've got it? You're holding it right here in your hands? Good, let's give it up. Let's give it up to God and just know it's happening. Okay, you ready? This is going to be a great day. And I'll take you along with me. So thank you for practicing, and I'll see you right in 2 seconds. This morning it's still chilly, so I've decided to wear another knit. That's I don't even know what it is. I don't think it's a stain. I think it might actually be pooling. I don't know. Anyway, ignore that. This is my lento. And I made it a little while ago in holes super soft and holes Lucia held double. And what I did different, well, I made it a little longer. I did a split hem, and I did a little bit of, I pulled it in a little bit with a dart. And I don't know if that's what you call it in knitting, but in sewing, that's what I would have done. So yeah, I love it. It's a lovely color. I do need to wear something under because it's, even though it's super soft, I'm just super sensitive. So it's a bit itchy, but perfect day for it. Morning, babies. Let's see if, there we go. Morning. Is that a big pile behind me? That's just all trees that have blown down in the windstorms we've had. Quite a few windstorms in the last bit. That's what blew the tree. Like, it was a tall, healthy, beautiful tree, but that's what blew it onto our greenhouse. And then my husband, you know, every spring he does try to take out the dead trees in the property, but yeah, you can't keep up. There's so many trees around here. Actually, my youngest just sent a picture. She was out catching the bus, and she's sent a picture of another tree that fell down. It's not quite in the road, but it's sort of in the road. So I think my husband's
Gonna have to do some chainsawing before he heads out to work this morning. I just feel like I could gulp massive lungfuls of air. I want to gulp massive lungfuls of air today because this is the most beautiful air to breathe ever. I feel like this is extremely healing. One of those perfect days when I could just be out here all day. And I will be out here for quite a bit today because I have to take my car in for an oil change, so I'll be biking to work today, which is great. I got an e-bike a few years ago because we live in the country and we live at the top of a couple of hills. So I can ride my regular bike, but it's a long ride and those hills suck at the end of the day. Like, they really suck. And when I was 20, I would have done it. But I'm giving myself grace. I'm not 20 anymore. And if I want to get that exercise in, that doesn't mean I have to do leg-burning hills every day. So anyway, so for Christmas, I got that e-bike. I probably mentioned it before. And then I put the dorkiest accessory ever on it. I just like zip-tied a milk carton to the back. But it's so practical. So I can put my backpack and I can put my lunch kit. I can put my coffee in there. And then there's a basket on the front too. So it's pretty sweet. Not if you're 20, but if you're in your 40s, it's super awesome. So that's what I'm gonna do when I get back. Tilly's being super good. She actually really loves these walks. She has zero desire to go anywhere she shouldn't. She's just happy to be here. And I'm happy to be here. Oh, and have a drink in the puddle. Yep, that was good. Get it where you can, right? Okay, I'm gonna carry on. I'll see you later. From this view, and you can probably hear the horses eating, you can see the garden in all its glory. Doesn't look like much now, but just give it a month. It's all planted. So where you see the hay tarp and tires, that's where I'm not gardening this year. And then you can't see the whole thing actually, because to the left there's like a whole other section, but those red things they've got squash and zucchini and things planted under them. The greenhouse of course has tomatoes, and I planted some melon actually. We'll try that, vertical melon, and some cucumbers and some peppers. Oh gosh, that scared me. And my husband just started the truck. Yeah. And then in the garden itself, we've got like potatoes and carrots and peas and beans. And I always do scarlet runner beans just because they're beautiful on the arch right there. We've got beets, and I will transplant. Ooh, I should check those. I haven't watered them in a while. Let's go do that. I hope they're still alive. Oh, a little dry. Those are the, no, it's not, no, they're okay. I don't know if they're gonna do much. They're so tiny. The broccoli there looks good. This is cabbage. I'm wondering maybe if I shouldn't go to the greenhouse and get some cabbage. And then we've got our peppers. And then here, we got a couple melons coming up. And there we've got our celery. That's gonna be all cucumbers, that's all sown. And then here are all the tomatoes. Come back in a month and they'll be massive. Come back in 2 months, I'll probably be pulling my hair out. All right, everything's good. Happy to see that. change out of that sweater. It was perfect this morning and now it's way too hot. So you probably noticed that I had some milk. One of our friends, his wife, her cow is producing too much milk, so he brought some to work, and now I'm heading to my neighbor's house because same problem. But I've got a few things to trade. I've got some fresh asparagus from the farmer's market, and let's see if I can find it here. This is a wheel of cheese that I made last year from her milk. So I'm bringing her some cheese. Aged, and I really hope it's delicious. The stuff I had was pretty good, but each batch is a little different, so fingers crossed. And maybe if we're lucky, she might show us the cow. We'll see.